This Fish for Fun video was actually filmed on February the 21st. I had installed a new remote control trolling motor on my lake boat a couple of weeks earlier, and my brother and I had been on the water with it a couple of times just to test it out to see if it worked properly. But my wife had not been on the water with it, and we hadn't actually tried fishing with it. The weather had simply been too bad to get on the lake. But the weather had improved a lot, so we thought, why not give it a try? We decided to go to a place on the lake that was pretty close to the house because we weren't going to stay very long. Our main purpose was to check out the motor rather than to actually catch fish. But we wanted to catch some fish if we could, and as we drove down the old country road to get to the launch ramp, we were discussing whether we should go upstream or downstream. We had no fishing information to go on, but about 3 weeks prior to this trip, we had caught some going upstream, so we decided that that's the way we would go first. Since my wife was going along with us, Molly and Boomer managed to bark their way on board also. Since we are so accustomed to trolling with a gas motor, it seemed unusual to be moving along with practically no noise. The water was as smooth as glass, and we trolled along for quite some time without a single strike. Finally, we trolled into some wind, but still we couldn't get a strike, and a quick look at the sonar shows why. Finally, after several more minutes of fishing, my wife began to work her magic and caught the first fish again. After several more minutes, we decided to go back to the launch ramp and fish downstream from the ramp. So I started up the engine to leave just as my brother caught another fish. Since the wind had come up and we had caught a couple of fish, we decided to give this area one more try. After about 10 minutes, we decided enough is enough and headed back down the lake. When we got to our fishing spot, the first thing we did was turn on the sonar and found what we were looking for. Busted up schools of shad with some fish mixed in them. Who would you think would be the first one to catch a fish again?
Ooh, nice one.
We're supposed to be white bass fishing. This is a little bitty guy.
There's fish on this one.
It may not show up on camera, but there's a beaver sitting over on that bank.
Use both hands to turn that camera.
We decided to troll a little bit with the gas motor just for fun.
I came to fish.
Leave mine in just because I'm about to be sitting up amongst them.
Where are you going?
There's some of the work that beaver's been doing. Put that 6 on. Caught 3.
I don't care.
They must like that plug you're using.
That's my technique. It's how I'm using it. Got that little technique. We were running out of time that we had allotted for this trip, and Boomer was showing signs of getting bored. So we decided to head in. Our trolling motor performed to perfection, and we ended up catching several fish, although that was not our primary reason for going.